feel like every time I get on here, I have to say I'm re-strategizing. You know, it's a good thing because what that means is that I'm learning. There's so much conflicting information. I feel like I did over a year ago when I revamped my health journey. Well, over 2 years ago. There was a year that I did nothing and I just gave up. But what I was doing in that year was reading health articles every day. And every day I would get more and more frustrated because every time I read something, it would be debunked by another research, another study. And that has to do with a lot of flaws in the science community, and a lot of dogma, and a lot of people, putting forth information like experts and not really having, there's science is not perfect. So if you are a science enthusiast like I am, you know that there's a lot of flaws and you have to read a lot in order to get a well-balanced view of what could possibly be going on really. And recently I just keep reading and watching videos and things like that, and I'm just watching people debunk each other back and forth. And so what that means is that I'm going to take the information that I've gathered so far and look at what works for me and look at cleaning up my flaws. Because regardless of what I'm doing as far as, losing weight, there's just things that you can do to hinder your own self, to sabotage yourself, no matter whether you're on the paleo, the Atkins, the keto, or low carb, whatever you choose to be on. Even if you choose to be on nothing, there are many pitfalls and it just throws you off track. And it can't be about that. When I first started this, the weight loss was supposed to be a result of me living a healthier lifestyle. And because of that, I lost 50 pounds. Now I'm trying to do something that pushes my body to its limits. And what I have to do is figure out a strategy to do that in a safe way that is still going to be safe long term. That is the challenge. I still don't regret that decision to go ultra low carb. I regret freaking out as much as I did. But it's natural to have stress when you're doing something like that, because you're drastically changing the way that you eat and your body is going to go through stress. For breakfast, I had a healthy choice soup and a half serving of rice cakes. Whenever I started my ultra low carb, let's say that, my ultra low carb transition a month ago, I lost about 8 pounds in a week and a half. So I was very excited. But I've only been able to keep off like 6. And so what I'm guessing is that this is the extra weight that I lost was really water weight. And that makes sense because at the end of the day, carbs makes you hold on to water. So let's just imagine that carbs and sugar are fat glue. And water, let's just say that it loosens the glue. It makes it easier for that extra weight to come off. Now, you're not necessarily losing fat, but you're losing weight. And people always talk about water weight as if it's nothing, when it can actually make a major difference for you in terms of making sure that you have a more accurate view of where you are as far as your weight, how your clothes fit and everything, how you look in pictures. And so if most Americans are carrying a lot of excess water weight, it's worth it to try to keep that water weight off. And the way that you do it is through drinking adequate enough water. And I can already see that this is going to be something I do for the rest of my life, because it's hard to imagine drinking so much water every day, but once you actually start doing it, it's like nothing, and it's just instinctive. Yes, you have to go to the bathroom like crazy, but because you know that you are getting enough water to where your body is not hoarding water because you're eating carbs and having a normal life. And I'm not talking about high carb, but there's carbs in nearly everything. And so it's unavoidable. Even people on a low carb diet still ingest carbs every day. And so it's good to keep drinking that water so that that it won't hold on to you. For lunch, I had a small spring salad with about 3 ounces of tuna fish and romaine lettuce with a cup of watermelon. For dinner, I had about 2 ounces of carnitas meat with 1 tablespoon of southwestern rice, a few pieces of asparagus, and a small side salad. Nutrition wise, today was an easy day. I wouldn't say I was full of energy. I did take a long nap in the middle of the day. But as far as food goes, I wasn't starving. I still have a lot of calories left over. And I credit that to the fact that I drank more than a gallon of water today. So it really suppressed my appetite. I like that. And so I look forward to that tomorrow.